Okay, everybody. My name is Shan Ali, and I'm an independent freight dispatcher. Thing is, we are trying to make this video, and me and my friend who work at the same company, and we are trying to make this video to try to spread awareness. A lot of people are asking about what this truck dispatch is and how do we do it, how much money can we make, and we'll try to explain it everything in this video. The purpose is not to like sell a course or something. I see a lot of people trying to sell a course, but we're not trying to do that. So, I mean, we are short of time, so it'll be just like 20-30 minute video, and that's it. So, my experience is like more than a year in this industry, and this industry works in a way that, let's say you got like a lot of Coke bottles to be transported from one place to another, and you need a truck for that. So, I mean, there's already an agreement with the shipper and the receiver, what time it would be picked up and what time it would be delivered. Now they need a truck. All right. And how would the truck know? How would the truck driver know that there's a load? That's why we have brokers here who would reach out the shipper. They ask what type of stuff you want to be moved, and when do you want it to be moved. The commodity, the weight, each and everything. It's like already decided. So let's say you really have a truck, a semi truck. It could be a dry van, it could be a flatbed, it could be a step deck, Conestoga, or whatever. There's a lot of types, but we're not going to dig deep into detail. We're just going to talk about all these little questions, little concerns people have. So what do we do? What is our job? Where do we fall? So we act as a dispatcher. Let's say the broker is asking where is your driver right now, and he's going to call the dispatcher and ask him where are you now, because the driver is he's on the road, he's driving, he's taking reset or doing whatever he's want. He might be using the restroom, and the broker wouldn't be calling him. The broker is going to call you and ask where the driver is, and you would probably have him tracked, or you would probably call him and ask where he is right now. So what we do is we do all the paperwork, we book loads, we send all the paperwork to the broker. We take care of his payments. We don't actually interact with the payments. We just make sure that the driver is getting paid on time. That's all we do. And I see a lot of misinformation on YouTube. I see a lot of people talking about what truck dispatching is, and they don't really have the slightest of idea what it is. So this freight market works. The American freight market works in two ways. One of them is the contract lane. Let's say you have a PSO. If you consider Pakistan, you have a PSO lane, and it's running from Islamabad to Lahore. There's a dedicated driver. He's gonna pick up from a dedicated place. He's gonna drop to a dedicated place. So there's a dedicated rate on it, and this contract lane covers about 97% of the American freight market. Right, it's just for the trucks, and the rest is only 3%, which is gonna be on the load boards. When the load in the contract market gets rejected for whatever reason, let's say the truck is not available, the rate is too low, whatever reason, there's a lot of companies going out of business. So it could be any reason. So that's why the load gets pushed to the spot market, and where the drivers are using load boards, the dispatcher are using load boards, and the brokers, they would just post the load. Somebody's gonna call them and tell them that this is the rate we can do. If the broker is okay with it, you're okay with it, you can just book the load, and the driver is going to go there, pick up the load, deliver, and you can send the paperwork. That's how it works. How many hours do we work? So I mean, it's almost 24/7, because the how the time zone in America was. If it's day here, it's night there. If it's night there, it's day here. So let's say your driver's truck broke down 3 a.m. in the morning, and he calls you, "Oh, I'm stuck here. I want you to tell the broker that I won't be making it to the delivery on time." And you're sleeping. Like everybody's gonna be asleep at 3 a.m. So you have to be active all the time, right? And it's basically a 24/7 thing. Okay, so I mean, a lot of call centers are there, and everywhere in this country, everybody is trying to, exploit other people. And often people ask how much money is there in this industry. There's actually a lot of money in there. Let's say you've got a driver who you're making $5,000 every week, he's paying you $200. That's 60,000 rupees, almost 60,000 rupees for a week, and that's like more than 2 lakhs for a month. But if you work for a call center, what do they do? They're basically exploiting, right? So what they're gonna do is they're just going to pay you like 8 to 10%. You're doing everything. You're booking loads. You're following up to them. You're talking to the driver. You're there for like 8, 10 hours every day, and you get paid like 40, 50 at the end of the month. I recommend nobody should work for these call centers. Nobody should get exploited. And there's actually like a lot of money that people they don't want to pay. These call centers do not want to pay, and I'm going to repeat this again: do not work for any of these call centers. This dispatch thing is not for everybody, right? uh, so, I mean, if you're not good at English, if you don't know how to communicate, please do not step into this industry. This is not about being rich. This is not about making money. This is about providing services to the driver. If the driver is making money, you will make money, right? People step into this industry because they think there's dollar here, and every dollar is like 300 rupees almost, and they're going to make a lot of money. It doesn't work that way, right? So you're basically like making 200, 300 from a single driver every week, and um, basically if you're not providing good services, they would not continue with you for a long time, right? A lot of people are not familiar with the rates. A lot of people are not familiar with the market. A lot of no, a lot of people are just trying to broker the loss. There's this huge problem I see on Facebook. I see on social media that people are saying I have this load going from place X to place Y, paying this much, all that information. They're posting it online. You cannot do that. There's limitation for dispatchers. You cannot do that. You need to have an MC authority, MC broker authority with $75,000 in brokerage bond. You cannot just go ahead and try to book like somebody else's load. That's basically double brokering, right? So if you're a carrier, and if you're a dispatcher for any carrier, and you're saying I should give this load to somebody else, that's illegal. And the thing I just told you before, that is also illegal, and that is liable to fine. You cannot do that. We're not here to defame anybody. We are just trying to spread awareness. So I see a lot of people on YouTube spreading all the lies. I heard one guy, I'm not going to name anybody. He said, uh, there's the ratio of 97% success rate in this industry. And he basically afterwards told all the reasons why people fail. And I think so. What I believe it's less than 10%, because people they do not commit. Why would anybody be awake 4 a.m. in the morning trying to work on a load? It takes a lot of dedication. It requires courage, and it takes a lot of due diligence on your end. And we Pakistanis, what do? We actually lie to the brokers, we lie to the drivers, and it does not last long in this industry. It's not gonna work this way. So another question people ask is trucking in a good condition? It is not. It is going through one of its worst period in the past 5 years. So what happened was during the COVID days, everything shut down, right? And nobody wanted to move. Nobody wanted to move their truck. So everything was basically shut down, and the demand for the stuff was like it was soaring high. Everybody wanted to buy stuff online. They wanted to have it at their doorstep, right? But nobody was shipping, nobody was working, and everything was shut down. So what shippers did was they were paying a lot of money, right? If the dispatchers are familiar with it, they were paying even like 5 per mile, 10 per mile, right? So what happened was a lot of people came into this industry. They thought there's a lot of money in here, right? But when COVID was over and everybody went to their like normal ways of living, the trucking started to the market started to auto correct itself, and the rates were like 4 per mile, and then three, and now they're like for drivers the national average is less than $2 a mile. That is difficult for most of the drivers to work in this industry. I heard this guy on YouTube. He was like, a lot of people are buying trucks in this market, and the truck is going nowhere. That guy basically had no idea how this market works, and I find it hard to believe that people are, they are openly expressing their ignorance about this market and this industry, and people are appreciating them. This is the problem, that there are too many trucks and there are so less loads. So if people are buying trucks, there are new authorities getting into this industry. It's actually making it hard for people to survive. So let's say you want to start your own business, or you want to get into this trucking industry. Where do you start from? So I do not recommend any Pakistani guy, I do not recommend any Indian or South Asian guy to start with. They will tell you the stuff for like 1 lakh rupees and 50,000, or somebody selling their course. I do not want to name them. You basically know who they are. So do not pay them anything. Basically, if you wanna learn from somebody, learn it from actually the people who are working in this industry in USA, right? Or the carriers who are offering their dispatch courses, because they know better than anybody else. People who are dispatching themselves. If there's somebody out there who's working in this industry, he's a Native American for like 10, 12, 15 years, learn from him. And they do not charge much, probably $150 or $200. And then you try to ask them, if you can mentor me and take me in your company. That would be great. If not, then you can just like start on your own. And people ask me, you need LLC or not. I say you do not need like sole ownership on your or LLC of yourself. You can just collaborate with anybody. Tell them we're going to pay you 10, 20, 30%, whatever they need, and you can start working in this country. You can get paid right into your bank account. Let's say your driver wants to pay you. You can tell him, just sign up on Remitly, or there are other apps, and the money is going to be right into your bank account. And I see a lot of people online telling you the stuff. Please do not believe them, right? If you are a dispatcher, you do not have the right to broker a load. You can only book the load which you are like signed up a carrier with. And I see a lot of people saying we got connection with shippers. As a dispatcher, you cannot work with a shipper. It's illegal. And know the industry, know the rules before you get in there, and try to improve your English. Try to work on it before you, because once you call a broker or a driver with an Indian or a Pakistani accent, they will automatically know that this where this guy is from, and they will try to scam you, right? So I see a lot of people saying, I can get you high paying loads. I can make you $8,000. Unreal, and they're basically ruining this industry. Why? So I told you about this double broking thing. Second is DAT. They'll be like, we'll be selling DAT and all that stuff. Basically, if you need DAT, you can just contact DAT officials. You can contact their representative, and you can get DAT from them. Why you need a third person for that? And another reason people hate us in this industry, just like Amazon, is that they're ruining this market. They'll be like, okay, I will pay you, I will get you high paying loads, and then tell the driver this is the best we can do, which is like 1 per mile, right? And know the industry before you get into this. And so, okay, you got LLC done, you got your bank account done. Now you need to work with the driver. uh, Try to get connections with the brokers. Ask them if they can come up on the load. Try to do research, do your weekly research, and try to set up with new brokers, new companies. And if you can make that work, and if you have your due diligence, and if you're really sincere to your driver, right? And see if he's on the road, like he has to work 14 hours a day and drive 11 hours, in total. That is a lot of work. So you need to have patience. You need to have like empathy for the guy. You're trying to make him money, and you're basically in front of the computer screen. He's on the road. You and the broker both are in front of the computer screen. You're doing the bare minimum. The shipper and the receiver, and obviously there's a deal between shipper and receiver, and the driver is there to stay. Everybody else is just temporary. The message is not to work for any call center, right? I'm trying to spread awareness. You could work for a call center and you could get exploited. They don't care if you're sick. You just have to book loads for the driver. All of these call centers, they're trying to exploit people, right? If they tell you that 40K or 70K is good money in this country where the inflation rate is so high, you're basically getting scammed from them. So it's better to start your own business, right? And if you still want to do the job, it's literally your choice. So and again, we are not selling any sort of a course or anything. This was just basically an awareness video. Okay, stay safe everybody.